Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. Throwing on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I'm surprised to provide the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Ripping on that.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, Dart. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60, go! Cougar 19, Trap 60, Trap 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Dart. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
10 at the 15-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Gordon will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
10 to 11. Ready? Japanese Timber Wolf.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. His throw incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on. 19, 18.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. This is brought in at the 21. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
To the air once more is Dart. Got his man, Dell. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Dart. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 20. 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. 48 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing now is Daniels. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Daniels from the gun on third down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kenneth Grant drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Dart. Able to find his man, Kraft. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
7 yards there at a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
18 Cardinal.
To throw is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jalen Lane, 36 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Achane on the counter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's get started. 70. Crackle 80.
Throwing his dart. Short throw, he's got Kraft. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Dart once more. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put...
And shutting him off down on the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Come on. 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Merritt. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kenneth Grant in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
To throw is Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Achane. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. In in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
To the air, Dart.
This one to Slayton over the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll give this to Achane.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
1st down.
Here we go, set.
1st and goal at the 6.
Here's Dart.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 6 yards away.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Commanders 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener.
Fighting through it, he's got space.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 82 yards.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a full quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was...
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Dolphins on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Dart. He's got his... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
They complete it to Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Daniels looking to throw.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
65.
To the air goes Daniels. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Daniels. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Come back in. Come. Here we go. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
And they will take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record.